Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B, and it is PFF Tuesday, as we do every Tuesday after a game. And let's just see. The five highest graded defenders with at least 10 snaps: Jack Campbell, Roy Lopez, Thomas Harper. DJ Reader somehow made it, and I thought he was a statue, and Derek Barnes. Our lowest: Avonte Maddox, Malik Williams, Alex Anzalone, Marcus Davenport, and Amik Robertson. I don't know how DJ Reed didn't make it there. Our five highest graded offensive players with at least 10 snaps: Khalif Raymond, Anthony Ferkser, Jared Goff, Isaac Tesla, and Panay Sewell. Our lowest: Christian Mahogany, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Giovanni Ricci, and Shane Zylstra. Those tight ends did not help to open up the run game like Laporta does and Brock Wright does. And we miss Brock Wright and Sam Laporta greatly. What they do for the run game is amazing, and it was evident. And that's it in a nutshell. We had 15 yards rushing to end the game. It was atrocious. Anyone who says anything different didn't watch the game. You couldn't open polls. Nothing. So we're at that point right there. Oh, just went over the whole thing. We're at this point. We lost the Lambs. We lost the Pitt. The best we can do is 10-7. We have to beat Minnesota and beat Shinnecock. Good to see you. Good morning. I'm feeling a little better, less congested. But at the same time, it's almost Christmas. I'm going to go live tomorrow, but I will not be live on Christmas Day. We have a game day. I don't go live on game days for a reason. It's bad juju. Every time I've gone live on a Lions game day, we've had a major injury. I will never do it again. Robbie DeFeo. So now that you guys are here, I'll bring it back up. These were our five best and five worst on both sides of the ball, according to PFF. On defense, Jack Campbell, Roy Lopez, Thomas Harper, DJ Reader, and Derek Barnes. Our five lowest was Avonte Maddox, Malik Williams, Alex Anzalone, Marcus Davenport, and Amik Robertson. On offense, Khalif Raymond, Anthony Ferkser, Jared Goff, Isaac Tesla, and Panay Sewell. Christian Mahogany was awful. And it wasn't worse than Cologne. Cologne had like a 20-something, so I guess that's one good way to look at it. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Giovanni Ricci, and Shane Zylstra. Those guys, just atrocious. Considering 65 and above is average, it wasn't very good. And that means that even though he had 2 sacks, Aiden Hutchinson was in the middle of the pack. but we saw him get 2 sacks because he only played 80%. Yeah, Glasgow was under 60, but he was above the top 5. I mean, Kingsley Eguikun. Yeah, Kingsley Eguikun. Yeah, couldn't tackle. I know. I don't know what it was. Yep, Kyle Duggar. So on to the next. Just like Dan Campbell said yesterday, on to Minnesota. They had basically a walkthrough yesterday. What up, go? Um, yes, I do. If you look when we were playing better, when we were healthier earlier in the season, our defense looked much better. Look at the Tampa Bay game. Look at the Cowboys game. Even though it was a ton of yards, we did good shutting down. We made them one dimensional. We couldn't do anything versus Pittsburgh, and I don't get it. Um, we had people back on the defensive line that were hurt earlier in the season. Aleem McNeil has been a stopgap. He's been nothing. He hasn't done anything since the Buccaneers game. He has not returned to form. And I didn't expect him to be great, but I expected him to be better than a bump in the log. Um, and when the guy next to you doesn't do much, nobody else does much. Roy Lopez has been our best defensive tackle. Yeah, and there's video proof that he never called him the N word or his mom a C word. I watched it today. He probably won't win his appeal. He's probably serving 2 games, and that's going to hurt you guys the last 2 weeks of the season because he called them to Kalen Zacharias Metcalf. I got your jersey. Will you sign it? That's his birth name. DK equals dumbass knucklehead. Yes, sir. And he walked over there and hit the guy for calling him by his birth name, the name his mother gave him. Probably. Don't know how much he's losing, but I know he's being sued. The Kalen. I would go to by DK too. That sounds awfully feminine. Well, instead of Jelani Tavai, I'm not. I'd have rather had DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf than the guy that couldn't tackle to save his ass. Then became a Pro Bowler with the Patriots. Go figure. Only for one season, though. Not because he was voted in, because he was an alternate. He's a real life boy named Sue. That's right. That's why he goes by DK. DK. What was Eric thinking naming his son that? Good Lord. I'd go by DK too. I'd be embarrassed of it. Let me spell it for you exactly how it is. DK Lynn. There you go. Yes, there was witnesses. There's a video out there that a fan posted where he didn't call him that at all. You never heard the N word. You never heard he said his mom was a C word. He made that up to cover his ass. So that's it in a nutshell. I don't know of any other major injuries. I haven't heard of any of that. Hopefully, Brock Wright is going to be returning to practice soon. He was not put on IR. Will Christian Mahogany get out of his funk? We don't know. Christian Cologne was awful. I don't care what anybody says. He's better than Cologne. Might have been just coming off of injury jitters. Who knows? I don't know. He's just been average. He hasn't been great and he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been good. He's just been average all season. But this was bad, awful, horrible. Miles Frazier did better, but he only had 4 snaps. So you can't count that. And they were all on special teams. He was the guard on special teams. We had one shining bright spot. That guy got his 5th touchdown. Isaac Tesla, while being draped on. And for anybody that says we don't deserve to complain about the refs, according to Elias Sports Bureau, Detroit is the only team to have 2 offensive pass interference penalties enforced in the final 30 seconds regulation of any game in the past 30 years. Yes, Merry Christmas Eve, Elise means. Great to see you. Yep, that's what I heard. And of all the people to defend Detroit, I'm not talking about Rex Ryan. Did you see what Skip Bayless said? And I think he was talking more about the St. Brown touchdown. I would not have called offensive pass interference on St. Brown. Didn't gain any advantage. Just let him play. There was a second OPI on the last ditch drive that cost Detroit a TV. Maybe the NFL just wants Aaron Rodgers in the postseason. And then Robert Griffin III commented, the way Detroit Lions lost is exactly why every play should have the ability to be reviewed. And I agree with him. I get it. But the second one on Amon-Ra was just like DK Metcalf, and it was deserved. It was OPI. He pushed off of Ramsey. I am not defending the Amon-Ra push-off. I am defending the Amon-Ra touchdown because Tesla was redirected and the safety initiated contact with him. That is not OPI. That should have been a touchdown 100%. And it should have been game over. With 5 seconds left, all there was time for is the kickoff. The Amon-Ra one was deserved. I'm not defending it at all. Yeah. How about them same old Packers losing at home to the Bears or losing to the Bears? It is what it is. Win out, Dorn. That's how you get in. San Francisco punched their ticket. What a performance in the second half by San Francisco. And don't say anything about old man Seaman Rivers. Seaman Rivers was slanging it that first half. He just ran into the buzzsaw in the second half. $48 to 27. What a game. Brock Purdy threw for 5 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey ran for 117. George Kittle had 115 yards receiving on 7 catches and a tutty. Yeah, it was close at the half, and they ran away with it. I think it was 27-21 at the half, and it ended up being 47 to 27. No, it was 24-17 at the half. They scored 24 in both halves. San Francisco did. He started out good. Let's see. Phillip Rivers, 65.7, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. He threw a pick in the second half. Jonathan Taylor only managed 46 yards, but a touchdown. Alec Pierce was the big guy in the first half. He had 4 receptions for 86 yards and 2 tutties. Better completion percentage than Caleb Williams and Jordan Love. I'll check out that reel when I get off here, Michael Denton Edwards. Yeah, but Rex Ryan, he's absolutely right. That first OPI was not OPI on Tesla. The defender cannot initiate contact and you call OPI. You can't. And then they did it as an offsetting penalty. It was the stupidest thing I ever heard. It was just to remove the touchdown off the board. But Amon-Ra did push off a Ramsey to catch that ball. That 100% was OPI. That one did deserve to lose the game. Were there bad calls on both sides? Absolutely. 100%. I call it like I see it. just like the Tesla one. So I'm going to say tit for tat. He did get there just before the ball. He did have a hold of the shoulder when the guy went to the ground as the ball came to him. So that's why he had a hold of the jersey. That if he wouldn't have had a hold of the jersey, that probably wouldn't have been called. But he did have a hold of the sleeve of the jersey. So I get it. But yes, in the last 2 minutes, you're supposed to let people play, and they didn't let people play. Is what it all boils down to. And you're talking about the one on the fourth down we converted. What hurt? What hurt the Colts last night was 2 fumbles. The interceptions, both QBs threw an interception. So let's not act like they were perfect. But the fumbles that made them lose the turnover battle. 7 of 11 on third down efficiency for San Francisco. 5 for 10 on. You deserve to lose. We were awful on third down. Not gonna lie. For 3 quarters, we couldn't move the ball. We were 6 of 15. We were 1 of 2 on fourth down. They were 2 of 2 on fourth down. We let them have a 1st and 20. We gave up. You take away the explosive plays, they still average 5.6 yards per carry in the run game. This is a team that does not run. They had backup offensive line in, and we could not stop them. This is not good. But that's what happens when your defense gets gassed. They had 14 minutes and 9 seconds of possession in the third quarter. We had 51 seconds. You can't win a game like that. I'm amazed that we were able to get a stop and have a chance to win in that game. It didn't make sense. That fourth down pass to Leaf and how fast he is, he finally looks fully healthy. That was amazing. He got a step and was gone. No one was catching. I mean, and Goff did not have a horrible game. Didn't have a good game, but he wasn't horrible. Aaron Rodgers had an okay game. 27 of 41, 266 and a touchdown, no pick. Jared Goff, 34 of 54. Way too many passes. That's just more proof that we couldn't run the ball. We attempted to run the ball 12 times, and we had a total of 15 yards. That's despicable. 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a 101.2. Aaron Rodgers had a 92.1. Both are good numbers, but Goff were better. So that's it in a nutshell. That's PFF Tuesday. now we get to look forward to pregame tomorrow and then postgame reaction on Friday. Hopefully, we're not talking about a loss. Hopefully, we're not talking about stupid calls that should have happened or shouldn't have happened. But every game has stupid calls. Every team has complained about them, including the Packers. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to lie. Long story. But thank you, Megan. Love you and Austin. You guys are great. It's been fun playing. I'm out of both leagues now. I got the shit trophy. I'm king shit. Fifth place in one and last place in the other. Hallelujah. Awful fantasy season between injuries and swapping people around and everything else, and starting the wrong quarterbacks at the wrong time. I started Baker Mayfield last week instead of Trevor Lawrence. Who knew that the Denver Broncos defense was going to let him look like another king? 2 weeks ago, I did the same thing. Cam Ward got the Titans a win. They just lost the first pick overall. Hallelujah. Saints got a win. They're not in the first round pick. Giants are. Dolphins defense always sucks. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. And remember, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. Starts right here. Go Lions.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.